Welcome to your Science News Update. Our top story is a pretty sobering one. The symbolic Doomsday Clock has just been adjusted, and it's set to the most dangerous time in its history. So, the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists has moved the hands forward. We are now just 85 seconds from midnight, and get this, that's 4 seconds closer than in 2025, making it the closest we've ever been to a symbolic global catastrophe. Now, it's really important to remember that this clock isn't a prediction. It's not a crystal ball. Think of it more as a powerful metaphor, a symbol that scientists use to tell us, hey, this is how close we're getting to making our world uninhabitable with our own technology. Midnight, well, that's the point of no return.
So, what's pushing us closer to midnight? According to the Bulletin, it's basically a perfect storm of converging risks. You've got intensifying conflicts that involve nuclear-armed states. The last big nuclear arms treaty is about to expire, and we're just not making enough progress on the climate crisis. On top of all that, you have these other major factors, like the rapid, unchecked advance of technologies like AI, and, of course, the rampant spread of misinformation, which just makes solving all these other problems even harder.
Okay, shifting gears now to health news. We've got a discovery from Case Western Reserve University that could completely rewrite the book on what causes asthma.
For decades, the main suspect behind asthma was a molecule called a leukotriene. But new research has uncovered a totally different kind of culprit they're calling pseudoleukotrienes. Now, these aren't created by the body's usual orderly processes. Instead, they're the result of what scientists are describing as a chemical wildfire, an out-of-control chaotic reaction that might just be the real root of the problem.
As lead researcher Robert Salomon puts it, his team thinks these brand new molecules could actually be the main drivers of the inflammation that triggers asthma attacks. That's a direct challenge to about 40 years of medical thinking.
And you can see why this is a potential game changer. It could lead to entirely new drugs that act like a fire extinguisher, putting out that chemical wildfire before it even starts. What's more, the researchers found that asthma patients have 4 to 5 times more of these pseudoleukotrienes, which might give us a brand new way to test for and measure the severity of someone's asthma. All right, let's jump from our own inner space to the vastness of outer space. Some strange-looking white rocks spotted by NASA's Perseverance rover are painting a new and much wetter picture of ancient Mars. The rover has identified these rocks as a type of clay called kaolinite. And here's why that's so exciting. Here on our planet, kaolinite only forms in one kind of environment, a warm, humid, tropical climate that's seen millions of years of heavy rain. And Perseverance found these rocks just scattered all over the floor of Jezero Crater, an area we already know used to be a lake bed. They're called float rocks, which means they didn't form right there. This strongly suggests that powerful, flowing water carried them in from somewhere else a very long time ago. This discovery is some of the most compelling evidence we've ever seen that Mars wasn't always the cold, dry desert it is now. The presence of this clay suggests that parts of the red planet were once home to oases that could have been friendly to life, with rainfall and flowing water for millions of years.
And finally, in tech news, a new paper in the journal Science is making a pretty bold claim that quantum technology has reached a pivotal turning point, one that really echoes the dawn of our own modern computing age.
Researchers are calling it the transistor moment for quantum computing. Just think, when the transistor was invented, computing went from a theoretical science to a practical technology that literally changed the world. Well, they're arguing that quantum is making that exact same leap. The focus is shifting away from just proving ideas work in a lab to tackling the huge engineering challenges of building real, powerful, and scalable quantum machines.
Okay, that was a lot to take in. Let's do a quick recap of today's top science stories.
First, the Doomsday Clock has moved to just 85 seconds to midnight. That signals an unprecedented level of risk from global conflicts, climate change, and unregulated new technologies.
Next, a major medical breakthrough could change our 40-year-old understanding of asthma, with the discovery of pseudoleukotrienes opening the door to brand new treatments.
And finally, new evidence from the Perseverance rover strongly suggests Mars was once a far wetter, more habitable world, perhaps with a climate similar to a tropical rainforest here on Earth.
And that's all for this Science News Update. We'll have another one for you in 24 hours. Please make sure you like and subscribe to stay informed.